This is the absolute best beginner gimbal you could buy to start YouTube. I'm gonna put it down for now and we'll pick it back up just a tiny bit later, but that truly is the best beginner gimbal that I think you could buy for starting out on YouTube. So for those of you watching that don't necessarily know what a gimbal is, yet you still clicked on the video, it's pretty much just a stabilizer for either your phone or your camera. Using a gyroscope and many other mechanisms that I don't necessarily understand, it stays completely still and level to the ground even when you're moving it, which obviously is much better because it allows you to get shots that you normally wouldn't because of not only your heart rate and breath, but because of the fact that we're human beings and we can't really stay still for that long. Before I continue, if there's any moment during the video where you're like, wow, I'd love to get that gimbal, there's gonna be links in the description so that you guys could go ahead and get it yourself. So you would have already seen it, but gimbals are usually $30, $40, or $50 or upwards. They're usually pretty expensive pieces of tech, especially for somebody starting out, and it's very hard to get good quality ones at a cheap price. But this one, for comparison, was only $16, so half the price of a usual one and a third of the price of something that isn't necessarily that beginner level anymore. And for $16, you get something that feels very sturdy in your hand, something that acts like a tripod and obviously a gimbal, and you also get recording in both orientations. By just clicking the button at the top of the gimbal, you can flip it from horizontal to vertical. So how do you use it? Well, it's actually very simple and very self-explanatory. All you have to do is open the two prongs to put your phone in it, and then pretty much just click the button that's on the top. If you hold it for around 1 to 2 seconds, it'll light up and it'll turn on. Once turned on, you'll feel a little tug on it, and that's because it turned on and it's stabilizing itself to how it should. And then if you click that top button again, it switches from horizontal to vertical or vice versa. You also get around a meter or 3 feet long tripod that comes with it as well. So if you are starting YouTube and are looking for a tripod and a gimbal, I would honestly tell you to just get this thing as a 2-in-1 instead. And then apart from the length of the tripod, all you get is the tripod feet. So you get 3 little things that stick out, which is what's gonna prop up the tripod whenever you're actually recording. So I'm gonna put videos on screen right now of me trying to record B-roll and then how the gimbal records the B-roll. Now, if you can't tell, there's obviously a big difference in both, and it's very noticeable that in the right video, I'm using the gimbal. I was looking for so long on Amazon trying to get these really cool gimbals, but they all seem to be way too expensive. Until I ended up going on AliExpress to search for one, and I found this one for $16. Now, obviously, I was skeptical because if everything else is $40 to $50 and this one's $16, I'm obviously not gonna feel that good about it. But to my surprise, I ordered it, and when it actually came in the mail, it was very good and worked amazingly straight out of the box. I don't think that if you put this gimbal up against any other ones of a much higher price category, it's gonna do bad. Obviously, the higher quality ones could be higher quality. They could be made of metal or have sturdier plastic or this and that. But what matters at the end of the day is the video that's coming out of it. So what's to say that one costs $50 and one costs $16? If both the videos coming out of it are pretty similar or even exactly the same, then in my books, they work equally as well. Like I said, there are going to be links in the description so you guys can go ahead and get it yourselves. Tell me what you guys think about the product. Tell me how you think the B-roll came out. Does it actually look good, or is it just me being biased because I just bought it for myself? If you have any sort of feedback or thing you want to let me know, then just leave it in the comments down below and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. And if you did like this video and are interested in other ones, go ahead and check my channel out. I have so many more, not only on the gimbal, but on Kindles, iPads, iOSs, and iPhones. And I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs, so if you'd consider subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. And I guess since there's nothing left to be said, I'll see you guys in the next one.